Hello, YouTubers. So, about 6 years ago, I made a video called Silver Stacking is a Waste of Time and Money. And I followed it up with a video about how JP Morgan had been buying up silver for previous 10 years and had been manipulating the price of silver. And of course, in 2020, they were fined $920 million for their manipulation of the silver market. After that, they said that they'd stay out of it, and we saw silver kind of stay at a price of about $25 for quite a while, and then it kind of bumped up to the $40 range, and now we see it just outrageous. And of course, JP Morgan is sitting on a lot of silver still. Some estimates put it at 750 million troy ounces, though at the time I thought that they had about 350 million. Doesn't matter. They have enough to squash this market if they wanted to, but now they're sitting on big profits because most of that was acquired in the $15 range. So they have a lot of leeway in how they can manipulate the market again. So was I wrong about silver as a good investment? And at this point in time, yes, I was totally wrong. There's not many investments where you could have, quadrupled your money in 6 years. So I think at the time I'm filming this, silver was at just a little over $95 a troy ounce. And during the pandemic, when I made that video, silver had dropped to little under $13. But no one could acquire it at that price. You were still going to have to pay 20 or so to get silver, if your coin shop had any. No one was selling at that point. Everyone was trying to buy. So if you had acquired some at 15 or 20, you're doing really good now. But I'm going to say that there's still a lot of players out there that can manipulate this price. So it's going to be a good time to probably sell off some of your stack and diversify. I'm not going to say to sell off everything because I'm not sure where this price is going to stop. China has cut off their exports of silver, and for how long that's going to happen. So there's a player in the manipulation of this price. JP Morgan is holding on to a lot of that silver, and now it looks like their plan is, instead of shorting it like they did for many years, that their plan is to hold that for the long term. There were also ETFs that were supposed to be holding physical silver that either weren't holding enough, or now they're cashing in some of their paper to physical. And that's part of the deal with the paper trade, is that all that paper should be backed by physical silver. So if it's not, then they're going to have to acquire some. That's driving up the price. This is one of those moments where that paper trade in silver, while a lot of stackers like to complain about that, that's helping the price at this point in time. And where this leads, if silver's 110, 120, 150 by the time it peaks, I don't know. But I do think that we're getting to the time here where it's near $100. It's probably time to cash some of this out. I know I am really thinking about selling some of mine here that you see. It's time to take that money, put it into other investments, diversify a little. This is where the silver stacker won, but it's time to take some of those winnings and run with it. Because ultimately silver is an industrial metal. Those chip manufacturers, those battery manufacturers, if the price is too high, they're going to start looking at other metals they can use. It's like maybe they can use a little more copper, a little more zinc, a little more anything else, and slowly the silver price will drop back down. I don't think it'll ever be under $40 again, personally. And part of that is that, to keep a good supply of it, price has to be at a certain rate for, manufacturing, for mining to even want to take it out of the ground, to extract it, to recycle it, any of those things. So, I'm not a financial advisor. I know some of you are going to hold on to your stacks forever, but I do think that there is a time here soon where if you can cash some of this in, it's probably the time to do it. And if you don't cash some of it in and it goes back to $40, then I'm back to being right, because it's not going to be that great of an investment over that long term. There are other things that would have made you more money and been more valuable. So I'll admit that I'm wrong at this point in time on if silver was a good investment, but that might not be the case over the long term. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I hope that you all take some of your winnings and do something fun with it. See you in another video. Thanks for watching.